Hi there, it's Amy coming to you from Arvada, Colorado again. I'm here today with Chloe, my English Springer Spaniel that I'm sitting, who is a total yogi. Today, I'm going to be running you through a vinyasa flow with the intention of building focus through power and play. So, it will be a little strength and power involved in our practice today, all with that intention of building focus. Because when we can be focused in our lives and bring this from our mat to our lives, we have less distraction. We remain focused on what we truly value, and with that, we can really create a beautiful life. So, the more we can focus our energy, the more beautiful of a life that we can create because we are driving our energy in the direction of what is most important to us. So getting really clear. So today its practice is about being focused. And so we'll do that through our practice and build that on our mat today. And Chloe's really excited about it. She loves cuddles and petting, and she loves the lake. But anyway, today's practice, we're going to start in tabletop position. So go ahead and get on your hands and knees, spread your fingers wide. We're just going to begin to warm up the body here. So let's take some cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly, pull your shoulders back, hips come back, pull up on your pelvic floor as well here. Exhale, pressing out. Use your belly to press all the air out. Press out of your shoulders, tuck your chin, tuck your hips. And then repeat some more of these. So this here is our cow pose. Inhaling here, pulling up on your pelvic floor, always remembering that. And then exhaling into this arched chin and tailbone tucked. And you can add any intuitive movement here to help you begin to drop into your body and use your breath. Really tune into your breath. And so let's build our presence through some more cat and cows here. From here, I'd like you to bring your toes together, bring your knees wide, and come down into your child's pose. Now, I'm just going to come here so I can speak into my microphone. But hips will come back toward your heels. You reach your hands forward and bring your forehead and nose down to your mat. And begin to rest here. Also, if that is hard on your knees, you can put a blanket behind your knees. Or you can just simply come up into more of a puppy dog pose here, where your chest is dropping towards the mat. And as we're here in this pose, I want you to begin to tune into your breath, taking a deep breath in. Let it go, mouth open. Let your body begin to relax with every exhale, sinking more deeply into relaxation and centering. Let the sense of melting come over you and with every exhale. And whatever thoughts might still be floating around, you can go ahead and leave them outside the door of your mind. Have them take a seat and bring your awareness and focus back to your breath. Yoga is all about just focusing, not all about, but a big part is focusing the mind and being present with what is in the moment and working with that through our presence and our acceptance. But we're always bringing our attention back in during our practice, building that focus. That is all meditation, not all, but it's a big part of meditation as well. It's a practice of bringing our awareness back to a point of focus, which helps us in our daily lives continue to have not just more expanded awareness, because that is also part of the practice, but being able to focus our energy in the direction that we choose. So we're building more of that ability to focus our mind in our yoga practice, in a meditative practice. So from here, let's come back into your tabletop position, find a neutral spine. So pressing out at the shoulders, fingers wide. So we're not dropping into our shoulders like this. You're pressing out, pulling it back of your shoulders back, pushing out a little bit, activating your core. From here, I want you to take your left hand underneath your chest. We're going to inhale, right hand comes high. We're going to thread the needle underneath your left arm. So bringing it through, dropping your right temple down to the side of the mat. You can leave your hand here. Go ahead and beside your face, re-square your hips. Also, option to walk your left hand out, pressing your left shoulder down towards the mat, creating space through your back shoulder. Also the option to reach up with the left hand and bring it around for a bind, and breathe here. All right, bringing left hand back underneath your shoulder. You're inhaling, right hand all the way back up, dropping it down. Right hand under chest. Inhale, left hand comes high. Exhale, thread the needle under your right arm. Option to leave your right hand here beside you, or you can walk it forward, creating space. Pressing your right shoulder down into the mat to create space across your left shoulder. Also the option to reach up, inhale, reach around your back here to open up your front shoulder, and breathe. Bringing right hand back under right shoulder. Inhale, left hand comes up, reaches high, bringing it back down. So we're going to do some bird dogs to prepare and work on our balance and prepare our core activation. Inhale, right foot comes back, left arm reaches in front. Inhale. There's also the option to kickstand here as well. So fully extended or in a kickstand, you'll inhale on that extension. Exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. 5 of these, so 3 more. Inhale, extend. Activating core and glute. Exhale, extend. 2 more. Exhale, bring it in. 1 more. And then bring it in. Inhale, extend, and drop it down. Beautiful. Take a cat-cow to reset here. Inhale, drop your belly, chest and chin forward. Exhale for your cat, arching it out. Come back to middle to reset. Inhale, extend, left foot comes back. Reach right hand forward. Option to kickstand here. On an exhale, bring it in. 5 of these. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. 1 more. And extend. Exhale, bring it back down. From here, I want you to tuck your toes and begin to just rock back and forth here. Just warming up our wrists and our toes. So we're not doing a full toe sit, but your hips are coming back and you'll feel that pressure on your toes here. Modified toe sit, but also, like I said, warming up those wrists. Untuck your toes. Bring your fingers and point them towards your knees. So wrist point forward. Press out of your shoulders. Now let's make some circles here, 4 in each direction. listening to your body and your level of comfort. So as big of a movement that is safe for your body, and you are the gauge of that. And then after 4, bring it in the other direction. Beautiful. Awesome. Fingers point out to the side of your mat, and now rock side to side, continuing with this warming up of the wrists. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come into our first downward facing dog, but before, go ahead and tuck your toes and rock back forward and backward before we come up into our downward facing dog. So finding neutral spine again, lift your hips and knees up, step your feet flat, bend your knees, take your dog for a walk. This is your first downward facing dog. Pedal it out, alternating your bent knee, maybe dropping your hip a little bit to get a good side body stretch. So as you bend your left knee, drop your hips to the left. When you bend your right knee, drop your hips to the right for that side body stretch. And then let's find some stillness here in our downward facing dog. Press your knuckles of your fingers into the mat, pressing your shoulders away from your ears. So you're building length behind your shoulders. Heels pressed down, knees are bent to create length in your back. Neck is neutral and soft. Hips lift up towards the ceiling. From here, inhale, lift heels. Exhale, drop them down. Inhale, lift heels. Exhale, drop them. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. From here, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. We're going to step wide for a yogi squat. So step left hand wide towards the outside of your mat, right hand. Option to grab a block for your yogi squat here, if that feels good to you. You can also put it on a higher level to bring the floor up to you. And we're just going to begin to open up our hips here. So just bring some intuitive movement, what feels good in your body. Lifting and bringing length into your spine. Enjoy the feeling this creates in your body. And then finding some stillness here finally in your Malasana, Yogi Squat. Let's bring right hand out. Keep the right elbow inside. Inhale, left hand reaches high for rotation open. Exhale, drop hands down. Inhale and then exhale. Drop left hand outside. Keep your left elbow in. Then inhale, reach up with the right hand. Exhale, bring it down. From here, let's find a forward fold with semi-wide legs. So our feet are still as wide as our mat. And we're going to do some spinal decompression here. So option to grab opposite elbows, soft bend, or even more of a bend in your knee. Do not lock the knees out. You want that activation. So having a softer bent knee also creates safety in our joints so that we're not falling in and causing more strain on the tendons. We want to create joint stability. We want to lengthen our muscles while creating joint stability. Drop your hands down. Come straighten your arms for a halfway lift so you can come up on your blocks here too. So flat back, pull your belly in. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, drop a left hand in the middle. We're going to rotate open here. Inhale, right hand up, shoulders down and away from your ears. And breathe. And smile. On the next exhale, drop your right hand to the center. Inhale, left hand, rotate here. Smile. And exhale, hands come back down. Let's now drop our hips down for Malasana, Yogi Squat again. Again, feel free to bring that block underneath your hips if that's what your body needs. It's your practice, honor your body. Beautiful. From here, we're coming into a forward fold, but then let's just step it back to high plank position. Option to drop down to your knees, but if you're in your knees, you want to drop your hips so you're still in a straight line. Pull your shoulders down and away from your ears while you're pressing out of the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale for a Chaturanga Dandasana, shifting your weight forward, lowering, keeping your elbows close. Come all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes here. Inhale, push all the way back to child's pose. And you'll find that I'm not coming all the way into child's because I have a microphone on. Beautiful. All right. Coming back into a tabletop position, we're now going to come back into our downward facing dog for 5 breaths, and we're going to begin our sun salutations and our flow. Settle in to our downward facing dog. Let's settle in for 5 breaths. Knees are bent. Shoulders are rolled away from your ears, creating space across the back shoulder. Neck is soft. You're pulling up on your pelvic floor, lifting up through the hips, activating through your glutes to lift out of your hips. Ankles are pressing towards the earth. From here, we're going to inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look in front of your hands, step or walk or jump to the front of your mat for forward fold here. More spinal decompression, swinging slowly side to side. We're going to come into halfway lift. We'll do 5 rounds of inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, but first find stillness here in your forward fold. Hands are now in front of your feet, under your shoulders. Inhale for halfway lift. Back is flat. Hands can be on your thighs, your knees, your shins. Knees are bent. You can be touching the floor even. Just activate your glutes here and hamstrings. And then exhale for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift again. Back is flat, shoulders are down and away. You're going to breathe here. Activate your core because we're holding it. We're really building strength through our posterior chain here. Pull up on your pelvic floor. On an exhale, forward fold. 3 more at your own, working with your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more. On the next inhale, come and rise all the way up to mountain pose. Reverse 1 dive. Look up towards thumbs. Exhale for a back bend here. Cactus arms. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes here. Ground through the pads of your feet. Imagine roots are growing from your feet, grounding into the earth. Lift up through the spine. Reach your crown towards the heavens. Bridging the higher and lower worlds, of which we are part of both. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, step back to high plank. Shift weight forward, elbows close, lower for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. We're going to do that again. Inhale, lift your heels, look forward, bend your knees, step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Rise, reverse, one dive. Exhale, cactus arms back bend. Inhale, reach high, hands to heart center. Now listen, we're going to change it up here. We're going to open up to the side for a goddess pose. So goddess pose with a heart open and a baby back bend. Inhale, reach high, hands to heart center. Skandasana to the back of your mat. Side lunge. Toes can be up, toes can be down. You might want to play with it here. Inhale, lift through the spine. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Reach out with your right hand. Inhale, left hand reaches high for rotation. Exhale, drop hand. Inhale to center, walking or hands at heart center, Skandasana to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Toes can be up or down. From here, we'll reach with our left hand out and inhale, right hand comes up. Exhale, walk it back to the center of your mat for a wide-legged forward fold. 3 breaths here. Hands are underneath your shoulders, elbows in line with your shoulders. Pull up on your pelvic floor. On the next inhale, we're going to straighten our arms for a halfway lift. Exhale, walk it forward and step back through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Reverse one dive. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach high. Hands to heart center. Listen. Now step with left foot to open into a goddess pose here. Heart shining up and forward. Smile big. Inhale, up. Hands to heart center. Skandasana again to the back of your mat. Reaching out with left hand. Inhale, right hand comes up. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, center. And then Skandasana, side lunge to the front of your mat. Toes up or down. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, reach hand up. Right hand out. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, hand down. Come back to center for a wide-legged forward fold. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Elbows in line with your shoulders and hands and wrists. 2 more breaths here. Pull up on your pelvic floor. See how that may help you sink a little deeper here. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten your arms. Walk your hands forward and step to the front of your mat for forward fold.
Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, hop, or jump to the back of your mat. And Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift heels, bend knees, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse one dive, hands up. Exhale, cactus arms for back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step with right foot and open up to goddess pose with a slight back bend, opening your heart. Inhale, star. Exhale, hands to heart center. Skandasana to the back of your mat. From here, right to the front. Inhale. Exhale to the front of your mat for Skandasana. Inhale, center, halfway lift. Exhale, a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straightening arms. Walk it forward and step to the front of your mat for forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reverse one dive. Exhale, back bend, cactus arms. Inhale, reach high, hands to heart center. Step with your left foot and open up into a goddess pose here. Exhale. Inhale, shine heart. Exhale. Inhale, open to star pose. Hands to heart center. Skandasana to the back of your mat. Side lunge. Inhale to center. Exhale, Skandasana to the front of your mat. Inhale, center, halfway lift. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and walk it to the front of your mat for forward fold. Step it up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands. Come back to high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. 3 breaths here. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, lift heels, bend knees, step to the front of your mat for forward fold. From here, bring your big toes together. Heels are about a thumb width distance apart. From here, we're going to bend the knees and then rise up in chair pose here. Tuck your tailbone. Lift your toes even. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, shoulders down and away from your ears, really building heat in your body here, power and focus. You can do it. From here, we're going to go into an eagle pose. So bring hands to heart center. Then we're going to inhale, begin to lift your right heel, shift your weight to your left foot, activate your core. You're going to wrap your right foot knee around. Now you can option to just cross over, or if you can get your toes wrapped around, then right arm under left arm, catching your hands here. Focus. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Pull up on your pelvic floor. Lengthen, sink it deeper. Activating, using your power of focus. Drishti point, look at a point, eye level or higher that's not moving. From here, we're going to unwind on an inhale, open up to star pose. Beautiful. Exhale, goddess pose again. From here, we're going to pulse. So really, 1, 2, heart shining forward, smile. Right. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, Skandasana to the back of your mat. Inhale, walk it forward. Bring your hands forward. Grab your blocks here. We're going to step our right foot in and come into halfway lift in a pyramid pose. Left toes are pointed forward. Right toes also pointed forward with a slight degree outward here. Shift your hips, square them off towards the front. Back is flat. Activate your core. Inhale. And then exhale, begin to just fold over here. Soft bend. I noticed my knee was locked. Don't lock your knee. Bring the lock out. Remembering that when we unlock our knees, we create more joint stability, which is great. If we want flexibility and lengthening, we need the joint stability. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold to the top of your mat. From here, we're going to flow into our downward facing dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back for high plank, shifting weight forward. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, lift heels, bend knees. Step, hop, or walk to the front of your mat for forward fold. Inhale, up into chair pose. Toes are together. Slight space between your heels, about a thumb space. Tuck your tailbone, pull up on your pelvic floor here. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, can you sink a little deeper? Inhale, lift a little, bring lightness, lift your left heel, bring weight through the right foot. Now left knee over right. If you can hook your foot, go ahead and do that. Bring left elbow under right elbow for eagle pose here. Press into your hands, create space across your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, sink a little deeper. Focus, finding your point to focus at. Inhale, unwind. Open up to star pose. Exhale, goddess pose. Shine your heart and pulse. And pulse with a smile. Pulse. Pulse. 3 more. 1 more. Inhale, star pose with a big smile. Exhale, Skandasana, side lunge to the back of your mat. Inhale, walk your hands forward to a low crescent. Grab your blocks here. We're going to slide your back foot in, left foot, 4, halfway lift, in a pyramid pose. Feet are on like your train tracks with a slight angle of your toes for your left foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring a soft bend to your right knee and fold over. Breathing here, soft bend in both knees. Lifting up, activating your muscles at your joints and your hips, creating joint stability. Don't let yourself fall into a pose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it forward for a forward fold. From here, we're going to flow to our downward facing dog. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back, and flow with me to downward facing dog. Or you can come straight to downward facing dog. This is your practice. Honor where your body is today. Beautiful. Inhale, lift heels, bend knees. We're going to do that again. Step it forward. Toes together. Inhale, halfway lift. Begin to sink your hips down and rise up into your chair pose. Lengthen on an inhale. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Lift your toes up here, ground through the pads of your feet. From here, hands to heart center. Lift your left heel, weight through your left foot. Inhale, lengthen, crossing over for eagle pose. Right knee over left, right elbow under left. And focus, building that point of focus with the intention to carry our ability to focus in life from our mat into our walking, waking life. Smile. Inhale, unravel, open up to star pose. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, Skandasana to the back of the mat. Inhale, walk it forward, shifting weight to low crescent lunge. Grab your blocks, step your right foot in, drag it in, halfway lift pyramid pose. Unlock your knees. Exhale for a forward fold here. Inhale, halfway lift, step it forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's flow. Halfway lift, step back and find our way to downward facing dog. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step to the front of your mat. Toes together about a thumb width between the heels. Inhale, halfway lift, then begin to drop your hips and lift your hands up into chair pose. Lift your toes, ground through. You're weighting mostly through the heels and pads of your feet. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Lengthen and sink. Now from here, we're going to lengthen, lift up a little bit. We're going to bring our weight through our right foot, lifting left heel. Left foot comes over, left arm under right here. Eagle pose. Garudasana. That is eagle pose here. So we're going to inhale, unravel, open up into our star pose. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, Skandasana to the back of your mat. From here, we're going to inhale, shift our weight, and rotate forward for a crescent low lunge, grabbing our block, step that left foot in for a pyramid pose and halfway lift. Soft bend in your knees. Inhale, activate through your hips, joints, and then begin to fold yourself over with a soft bend in the knee and pull up in your pelvic floor and keep your hip joints activated here. Building stability in our hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it forward. Move our blocks, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back, and flow with me to downward facing dog. And from here, lift your heels, bend your knees for wide-legged child's pose here. Just taking a few breaths here in child's pose. We're going to go from here and build a little core strength and our final stretches. So bring yourself up. We're going to just come over on our right hip, swing your legs around so that you're in a supine position facing the sky or the ceiling. I wanted to shoot this video outside, but this is a new mic and I wanted also to be able to test the equipment. So this video is getting shot indoors and my next one will be shot outdoors. All right. So just finding some rest here for a few breaths. Getting a full recovery from our flow, our short little focus flow. And now we're going to bend your knees. And I'd like you to, from here, come into sit up position. Shoulders are back and down. Come into your version of boat pose. So you can either just leave your feet down. This might be enough. So leaning back until you feel your core activated. Pull up on your pelvic floor. Really tuck in your lower belly for this one. Lift up through your chest. Then there's the option to bring your knees, like your legs up like this. Hands are out, palms facing up. Or you can come into full leg extension. That's a lot for me today. Sometimes I can. So from here, you can hold your boat. You can hold it here with your feet down. If you're up here, you can also do alternating toe taps. So for 10 and 9, 8, lifting up, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Each side. From here, let's go into a low boat. So now extend your legs. Shoulders are still up. Core is still activated. Inhale, high boat. Exhale, lower your boat. And 10 on an inhale, lift and lower. And 9 and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And last one, bring it down and just give yourselves some rest here. We got one more round of core. So resting here. So I'd like you to bring your legs up, cross your right knee over your left. So we're going into a supine eagle pose. So if you can hook your right foot, then go ahead. If not, just crossing is fine. Right elbow under left. Activate your core. Press your low back in. Get a nice core activation. Inhale. Exhale. Lift elbows to knee. Inhale. Lower. Exhale. Come up. Inhale. Lower. For 10. 9. 8, really focus, just like we did standing. 7, this will help you have more balance and bring that focus into your walking daily life. 3 more after this. 3, 2, and last one. Oh my goodness. Whoa. All right. Take a couple breaths before we switch and do one more round. So this time left knee crosses over right. If you can hook it around your leg, all right. If not, that's okay. Left arm under right. Activate your core before you start. Inhale, exhale, come up. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. 10. 7 more. Oh my goodness. 4 more. 2 more. All right. We're almost there. 1 more. Wow. And Unwind and let yourself just open up and fully bring your body into a state of rest here. Give yourself some gratitude. Smile on the outside, smile on the inside. Send gratitude to every cell in your body. From here, we're just going to come into a supine twist. Right knee over left. Let your knees fall over to your left. Option to just stack your knees too if that's too intense. Reposition your shoulders so you can bring your right shoulder flat. Option to gaze toward your right hand. Option to just keep gaze ahead. Whatever feels right in your body today. I'm going to be here for a few more breaths. Breathing into the openings that you feel. Just one more breath here. Good. Unwind. Knees back to center. Straighten out your body. Bring your knees to your chest here. Rock side to side for your low back. Massage. You might want to grab behind your knees. Rock for spinal massage. Beautiful. Settling back down. Left knee. You can either choose to stack your knees, let them fall to the right, or bring your left knee over your right. Let them fall over. Reposition your shoulders. Extend your arms. Option to gaze towards your left hand or towards the sky. Whatever feels right in your body today. A few more breaths. Can you really bring some relaxation to all the parts like your arm that are not being stretched, like arms and chest, and really bring relaxation into your body, and that will just encourage the opening in your hip for the supine twists that we are creating here. One more breath. Beautiful. Unwind your feet. Come supine. Bring your knees in again. Rock side to side. Give yourself a hug here. And a big smile. And then lower into your final Savasana, final rest. Staying here for as long as you need. Getting yourself into a comfortable resting position. Your feet are coming towards the edges of your mat. Letting your feet and toes fall open. You can cactus your arms or just out to the side. Palms facing up. That's what feels best to me, but you can also put palms down, whatever. The up, palms up is more of a receiving, as they say, but I also like to imagine that it is reciprocal. Yes, it's receiving. Your hands are receiving, but we're also offering our energy and ourselves and our goodness and our heart to the world. So, again, stay here as long as you like. Thank you for joining me today. If you followed me this far in my practice, and please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm also giving away a yoga mat just like the one I practice on when I hit 500 subscribers. So if you want to be entered into that giveaway, like and comment on a video and subscribe to the channel, and you'll want to hit the notification bell so you'll get the notification for other videos, but also for when I do the giveaway. I'm going to do it live. Thank you again. The light and wisdom teacher in me honors, loves, receives, and celebrates the light, wisdom, and teacher in you. Namaste.